So I have never done this before, but I thought it would be so fun. I'm newer to reading and I'm a mom of 2 toddlers, and reading has never been like a focus of mine, but I've recently just dived into some Christian fiction books and I've been loving reading. I've been loving it mostly because it's replacing my habit of like scrolling on my phone. I created some prompts for myself and I'm gonna put them in this jar. Basically, there's a few prompts I made that are gonna help me pick what I read from my TBR list that I already have. I think I have like, let's say I have like 70 books on my TBR list. I'm probably gonna realistically get to 3 books for the month of May. That's like a realistic number, 3 books. So I'll pick 4 prompts, how about that? And then like, it could be a cool stretch goal to accomplish 4. I don't have a lot of physical copies of books. Like I just started this hobby. So these are books I've already like owned. One of them is a library book and it was on my TBR list. My TBR list includes these books. Just use my laptop that has my Goodreads on here of all the books I want to read. Try to share my screen when I'm like looking at it and scrolling. For now, let's go ahead and pick the 4 prompts for the 4 books I plan to read in May. Starting with the first pick. The first one says, a book by the same author who wrote Hidden Places. Okay, a little background. Hidden Places is by Lynn Austen, and this was my very first Christian historical book I've ever read, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I had seen it being recommended before, like on YouTube. So I was like, okay, like that'll be my first Christian fiction book, and I read it on my Kindle. I seriously, like, I could not put it down. The characters all had their own journey of coming to faith, and I loved it. I have from the library, that's why I wrote this prompt, because from the library, I picked out this book by Lynn Austen. It's called Wonderland Lake. And at my library, they did not have a lot of books by Lynn Austen. There are some other ones I'm more curious to read, like Waves of Mercy has really good reviews on Goodreads. But honestly, since I already got this book from the library and it's due, I think, in a week, it looks like pretty doable. It's like not super, the text is pretty big and it's not super long. I think I'll just go ahead and start this library book. So that's number 1. Okay, next prompt. Ooh, okay, this is gonna take a little bit of digging. A popular TikTok book, but I wrote it has to be clean because I'm Christian. I'm just gonna go on TikTok. How do I find a popular TikTok book? Maybe I'll just type in TikTok book. Should I just pick a video that has a lot of views? Oh, I'm not used to using TikTok on my laptop either. Okay, I'm watching this girl named Delaney Lynn Smith on TikTok. She said The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez, but I don't have that book on my TBR. The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. Oh, Theo and Golden. Yes. Okay, I'm stopping it now. I have that on my TBR. Theo of Golden, sorry. It's rated 4.5 on Goodreads. I'm gonna have to see if they have it at the library, or I don't really want to buy it, but maybe I'll buy it. I heard it's really good. Okay, so Theo of Golden. I should probably write this down. Okay, so now I have 2. Let's pick out 2 more prompts. A book I keep hearing about. This is sort of similar to like TikTok, like a popular book. But if I look at my TBR, and I'll show you guys on the screen as I'm scrolling, I keep hearing about Project Hail Mary, The Fourth Winds, like anything by Hannah Kristen. I feel like I hear about, but I've never read anything. Sorry, Kristen Hannah. I keep hearing about Remarkably Bright Creatures. That's on my TBR. Throne of Glass by Sarah Maas. I think I'll do one of the Kristen Hanna books because I have never tried it and I know it's popular. So The Nightingale has good reviews, but what is it about? I believe that the Nazis will invade France. Oh, okay. World War II. But I just read A Voice in the Wind by Francine Rivers. This was heartbreaking and deep and disturbing and like sort of like war setting in a way, just like Romans killing and, you know, gladiator times. It's kind of deep and it kind of made me feel sad. So maybe I'll pick a different one. Let's see what The Four Winds always is shown in my library. Okay, I think I'm gonna do The Four Winds. It says, Texas, 1934. Millions are out of work and a drought has broken the Great Plains. Farmers are fighting to keep their land and their livelihoods as the crops are failing, the water is drying up, and dust threatens to bury them all. One of the darkest periods of the Great Depression, the Dust Bowl era, has arrived with a vengeance. In this uncertain and dangerous time, Elsa? I just think of Frozen. Elsa, like so many of her neighbors, must make an agonizing choice, fight for the land she loves or go west to California in search of a better life. The Four Winds is an undeniable portrait of America and the American dream as seen through the eyes of one indomitable woman whose courage and sacrifice will come to define a generation. I do keep hearing about Kristen Hanna, so maybe I should try that. Throne of Glass. Maybe I'll try that one, but it doesn't have as good of reviews as Kristen Hanna. When her competitors start dying one by one. So this sounds like Hunger Games. Okay. Since this Lynn Austen book I have to read is set in the 1930s, Great Depression era, I don't really want to read a Kristen Hanna book at the same time. I'll read, for my third prompt, I'll read Throne of Glass. Now for my last prompt, I used sticky notes. I don't know what I was thinking. Shoot. A book to binge in a couple of days. So this would have to be like a very obviously fast read. And how would I know that? That was kind of a silly prompt. How about Mere Christianity? It's short. I already started it. I own it. It's sitting over there. I'll read that, Mere Christianity. Then I kind of have a good variety of books. So, C.S. Lewis. It's like a learning style Christian book. Very deep and thought-provoking. I could listen to it in a couple of days, and it's not long. It's not long at all. So that's my goal, is to finish that in a couple of days. Should I do one more prompt just because I did pick the prompt about binging in a couple of days? I feel like I can usually read a book in a week. So I'll pick one more prompt, just one more, just to have an extra one. A Francine Rivers book. Oh man, okay. So I just said how I finished this one, A Voice in the Wind by her. And there is a second one, Echo something, which is on my TBR. What is it called? Echo. An Echo in the Darkness. It's the second book of the series. I do miss reading about those characters because that book was so deep. I'm trying to think if I want to commit to that this month or pick a different Francine Rivers book. On my TBR, I have, which I just added this one, The Last Sin Eater, which I heard is scary, so that sounds unique. The Masterpiece, I've heard is very good. The Atonement Child. I own The Atonement Child. I own this one. I got it from Half Price Books. I'm gonna miss the characters from A Voice in the Wind, and I do want to know what the second book is like. I heard it's better than A Voice in the Wind, actually. Yeah, it has actually a higher rating on Goodreads. An Echo in the Darkness. Okay, that will be, I have to go buy that book unless my library has it. I kind of do want to own it because I'm trying to like build a little bit of a collection, you know, at least of books that like I know are good. Now we have the final 5 books. So we have Wonderland Creek, which that was the library book I already had in my house. A book I keep hearing about, which is Throne of Glass. I have a popular TikTok book, Clean, Theo of Golden. I'm very excited to read this. I have a book to binge in a couple of days. I did start it already, but it's a short book, Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis, and a Francine Rivers book. I'm gonna do An Echo in the Darkness because I already read A Voice in the Wind. Okay, those are my May TBRs. I'm so excited. This is my first video I've done like this, and this was so fun. I've been loving just getting into reading, like I kind of said earlier, and it just gives me something to look forward to rather than watching like a reality show or binging some other Netflix show or going on my phone. I'm really enjoying like the peaceful aspect of it, especially when my girls are in bed and I'm like home alone. If my husband's not, if he's still at work or something, I can just cuddle up on the couch with a snack, and I just like really truly look forward to that time. All that to be said, I'm excited to do this, and if you like videos like these, I would love if you would like and subscribe to my channel. I am a brand new channel, so any engagement does help the channel grow. And with all that to be said, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.